Hey everybody, it's me, Remy, the comic book poser, and I'm here today to welcome you to Enter the Poserverse. It's Tuesday, so you know what it is. It's time to talk about what new comic books I plan on picking up on this week's new comic book day. Like the 21st? 22nd? I don't know days anymore. 19th? Ugh, not even close. So to find out what I think you should read along with me, you'll have to check it out after this.
Hey, little girl. Did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Alright, before we talk about new books, 3 quick bits of housekeeping. Number 1, don't forget, if you are interested, I'm hosting my first Whatnot auction on this Thursday at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. There's a link to find me on Whatnot down in the description below. I've got pops, I've got sodas, I've got mystery boxes, and I have an insane amount of really good comics that I plan on selling and letting part my collection on Thursday night. Number 2, if you did not watch yesterday's weekly rankings video, then go back and check it out, or I've got it linked elsewhere on the channel. I've recently announced an exclusive that I am partnered with AMKM Comics on, that you can you can watch the trailer in yesterday's video, and then you can see all of the ordering information for Tales and TechniHorror, #1 from Scout and Black Caravan, with Nate Johnson on the art for all 3 versions of the exclusive. You can find that down in the description as well. And then third, remember, we are keeping the 1,000 subscriber giveaway entry process alive through the end of May. So if you haven't entered yet, click this link up here. Go comment on that video and you'll get your first of several opportunities to enter my giveaway. Let's talk new books. First up is the autumnal number 7 from Vault Comics. I really enjoy this series, and number 6 was quite the wild ride as we figure out not just what is creating all of the weird stuff that's happening in Comfort Notch, but we also get to see the Autumnal Society at work in the identity of their new sapling. This is wild and crazy, and I can't wait to see more of it. From Aftershock is the Bequest number 3. I need to go back and reread number 2, because I think my painkillers or insomnia medicine were kicking in at the wrong time, and I don't remember a lot of the events. But I like the first one a lot, and I'll be along on the ride for a while. Next from Marvel is Black Knight Curse of the Ebony Blade number 3. I enjoyed this, especially if we get to watch Thor versus the Black Knight. Good times. Next from IDW is Chained to the Grave number 3. This has been a wild psychedelic journey that I've really been enjoying. Some of these books that are just weird in the story, but way out there in terms of the art. And this is definitely worth keeping in for just for the art. For Marvel, we've got Daredevil 30. I say it all the time that this is my favorite ongoing at Marvel, that we get to see part 2 of the Daredevil in prison and Elektra Daredevil on the outside storyline, so I'm excited as this keeps chugging along. Also from Vault is Engine Ward number 10. This series just keeps getting better and better and better. Like I said, I know some people didn't like the first arc all that much because it was very slow and methodical in how it built the world, but I really feel like that's kind of paid off in the second arc as we are understanding the conflict between the clusters of the gods, getting to see Virgo's ascendancy. I've just really enjoyed this. Next up for Marvel is Fantastic Four Life Story number 1. Like I've said, a couple of times, I'm not the biggest Fantastic Four reader, but I really enjoyed what happened with Spider-Man Life Story in terms of looking at the evolution of his life from the 60s to today, and Life Story is going to go down that same kind of path with the Fantastic Four, so I'm at least intrigued for issue number 1. to see some of like the behind the music elements of their life story. Next is Flash 770 from DC. I've liked the direction that this has taken in Infinite Frontier. I kind of want to see Wally West versus Hitler, because that seems to happen. Yes, please. Next up from Image is Home number 2. I loved what happened in Home number 1. I thought it did a good job of kind of showing how shitty it is to be someone who lives in, migrant camps where people are held, where people are separated from their family. I was shook at how things changed in the end in terms of seeing how Juan developed superpowers and kind of broke out of jail by mistake. So I want to see what goes down in this one. Next up for Mad Cave Studios is Honor and Curse number 11. I'm still 2 issues behind. I'm almost caught up, but the art in this is just insane, y'all. Next from Vault is I Walk with Monsters number 6. I'm on number 5, so I'll be caught up by the time New Comic Book Day comes around tomorrow. Next from Boom is Luna number 4. This is in the same camp as Chained to the Grave for me. Some of the story is lost on me a little bit, which happens sometimes with Maria Lovett's work, where the story doesn't connect with everybody, but I just love their approach to art, and this is, purely an art buy for me. Next, from Boom is The Many Deaths of Layla Starr number 2. Number 1 had to come in late for me, so I'm excited to read it because I know a lot of people love that book. So I'm excited to check out number 2. For Marvel is The Mighty Valkyries number 2. I say a million times that I think what Jason Aaron and Torunn Grønbekk are doing with the Valkyries is just fantastic. That I think all of their work has catapulted this up to be my second favorite ongoing at Marvel, even above all of the X-Men that I'm still very behind on. Next from Aftershock is Phantom on the Scan number 2. I'm still playing catch up on this one. Next up is Radiant Black number 4. This series was something that I did not know how much I would like it after issue number 1. Issue 2 kept my interests peaked, and then issue 3 I really think kind of delivered in terms of the complexity of the character work that we're going to get from this, so I'm very excited to check out number 4. Next up from AWA is Redemption number 4. I have only read the first 2, so I'm excited to read 3 and 4 on New Comic Book Day. Next up from Image is Scumbag number 8. I've loved, Ernie as a double agent, seeing all of the stuff that happens on the moon, watching Ernie try to keep his lies straight. This has just been a fascinating story, and I hope it goes on forever. From Image Skybound is Stillwater number 7. We get the beginning of the second arc. I really feel like Zdarsky and crew created the best cliffhanger they possibly could at the end of issue 6 in terms of looking at the sheer state of chaos that Stillwater is in at this moment, with a militia now in town. Hell yeah. Next from Image is Stray Dogs number 4. This is the next to last issue. We feel like our dog detectives have found a couple of things about their master. They feel like they have discovered some things while the master was away. So I want to see what becomes of the dog's discovery that, in fact, their master is probably a quite bad dude. Next from IDW is the 5th book in the Best Of series for TMNT, reprinting. This is going to be the best stories that focus on Splinter, so I'm excited to see which ones they select that go into this, but I've really enjoyed all of these as reprints. Next from Image Skybound is Ultra Mega number 3. I thought issue number 2 was pretty okay in terms of looking at things that have happened years after the first issue, that there was enough world building for me in issue 1 and 2 that I want to see what things look like in the new world a little bit more. Way of X number 2, haven't read number 1, still playing catch up. We Only Find Them When They're Dead number 6, I'm excited for the beginning of the next arc. I still think that, is it Simone DeMeo that's doing the art in this, is some of the best art that is happening in comics at this moment. Yeah. That Simone DeMeo, in my opinion, is absolutely crushing it in this series, so I want to see what happens, you know, especially it says 50 years into the future. And then Wolverine 12 comes out. I'm, I think, 2 issues behind, but I'm excited to see what happens next. Finally, we'll look at our Scout books that are coming out this week. First is Redshift number 1. This book is phenomenal. There's a preview on it on comicbookposer.com. I like the idea of Interstellar meets Total Recall with some traumatic background story in our primary character as to why they may not want to explore beyond the Red Planet. Black Friday number 2 is out. This is also an intriguing continuation of the Crazy as Hell number 1 that came out. And to be honest, I have not looked at Misadventures number 1 yet. This is a Scoot book, which is their kids' imprint. But I've enjoyed all the Scoot books. I've shared 1 or 2 of them with my kids that I feel are at the right age. And it's definitely worth checking out. So let me know what you think if you're here with me in the chat. Is there anything that I'm missing out on this week that I should be picking up? If you're here on the rewind, let me know down below if there's anything you think I should pick up or anything you think I should stop reading. But I'm excited for the rest of the busy week in terms of YouTube content. There will be mostly unboxing things throughout the week with a couple of shorts, a couple of long form unboxings. On Wednesday or Thursday of this week, there will be another channel announcement to keep your eye out for. And then, like I said, Whatnot Auction on Thursday. I'll host Poser and Pals on Sunday. That's about it, I think. So as always, y'all, thanks for stopping by, and have a good one.
Thank you for being a friend.
And from my heart, I want to give you a big Bronx, yeah! Yo, big things soon to come. Keep doing your thing. Come.
And I want to thank you. Thank you, silence.
Hey, little girl, did you want to know a secret?
I got 5 on it. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.